Good morning, good morning. Welcome back to Jody Lewis Creations. In today's video, we are working on day 14 for our Creep on June series. And so today's base is this beautiful purple flourish. Love it. Okay, put your glasses on. Like a ghastly rapid river through the pale door, a hideous throng rush out forever and laugh, but smile no more. So one of the things I've been trying to do is use these bases in different ways. By the way, if you're new to my channel, welcome, returning subscribers. Oh, I love you guys so much. Oh my gosh, did you see the subscriber numbers? Are we gonna hit another, oh, I'm so excited. But anyway, so thank you to everybody who has subscribed and is here to help support me. I really appreciate it. Okay, I think I didn't even finish my sentence. So I've been trying to use some of these bases in different ways. Some of them I've used essentially as they were intended. And obviously I still need to find some homes for these. I still haven't even completely finished day 5. So I definitely have some things I need to do. And I'm trying to work on it. And but I'm just sharing with you, I used some of the bases the way they were intended, and some of them I have used them in different ways or altered them in some way. So on that note, I'm going to alter this in some way. I have half of this sheet. This is from the archive. Oh, where's that page? Love this drawer system that my mother-in-law got me because I know right where my digital printouts are in the drawer. It is fantastic. Love it. Okay, I was looking for, that's not real, this one, but I don't think that one's gonna work. But I want to play with the skeletons. I have a skeleton in my drawer, an image that I'm dying to use, but I don't think that's what I want. I will use this one. Okay, sidetracked. So what I want to do is measure the height of this. And we are about 5 3/4 inches. You know what? I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. If it doesn't work, it's only paper and I will have to change gears. Right? So on this, there's the 2 score lines on here about 1/8 of an inch apart. I'm just cutting straight up the big tag side, like so. And trying to cut a straight line. I don't dare try to do this with my trimmer because I don't think I can get it like right where I want it. Of course, I could always have use my Fiskars that has like the wire on it that I could put right where it needs to be, but why would I do that? Okay, I'm leaving just a little bit on this because my plan is, well, why am I doing that? Do I need to do that? Let's see, can I center that on there? And I think I can. So what I'm going to do is hold this up to the light and just match up the tops of the pages, trying to get it straight so that way the text is straight-ish. I mean, I have factory edges on here, so. And then I'm just going to take my pencil and make a line. Just so I know like where this is on here. It's not perfect, but we get the gist, right? And I'm going to glue this to this, let it dry, and cut it out. Okay, so what I have done, obviously I've cut it out and inked around it, and I've scored it. So I put it on my scoreboard, and from the top, I came in 1.5 inches, and then from the bottom, I just came in 2 inches to make like this little envelope. And I'm not done with it yet. I have backed today's poem with just this embossed packing paper And there's some gold ink on there. I'm fine. I squished some of the design out when I was using my bone folder, that's the word, Jody, to burnish it. Oh my gosh, maybe I need to go back to bed today. Anyway, so I'm just letting that dry. I'm going to cut that out. But smile no more. We have this guy, and he's like, what? I'm not smiling. Because he has no lips. Oh, so I'm going to put that in here. And then when we open it, you know, you don't see him until you like unfold the whole thing. And then this is going to be on top. So then it's going to be like, woo, I'm not smiling. So I have to make something that says I'm not smiling and get that put in here. So I don't know. I don't want to handwrite it. I don't feel like my handwriting would be very nice this morning, but maybe I'll just do it on a scrap piece of paper here and see if I can manage not to totally mess it up. Excuse me. I am not smiling. Maybe that'll work. And that'll fit. So let's do it. Let's go for it. I mean, if we're not having fun and being silly, then what's the point, right? And that is just kind of my spin on it today and go from there. So I'm going to get this torn out, get it inked around, get him glued on, let him dry. And you're not going to see that until you open it all the way up, and you'll see him and then be like, what? And he's like, what? I'm not smiling. And go from there. I'm thinking about a closure for this, and this is just a small piece, right? So this will just tuck into a little pocket somewhere, or even could be tucked under, if we embellish a paper clip or something, we could stick it in there. I don't know yet. I think I want to put an eyelet in it. And it needs a closure of some sort. So either an eyelet, I thought about a magnet, but the magnets and we are not friends right now. So if I did do a magnet, I could put it here and just maybe embellish this somehow. I mean, we have these wonderful grungy flowers. You know, these grungy flowers that I made, and maybe we put one of those on there. Come, let go. And that could work. So let me play with this for a minute and see what I want to do. As far as a closure, and then I'll come back. Ooh, I like that one. That one's got more of the color. I could even put a couple leaves behind there. Maybe, I don't know. Let's figure out what do we want to do. And then, like I said, I'll come back, and I don't have all day to be messing with this. It's Friday, so Mark and I are going to go out looking for treasures. There's a barn sale I saw on Facebook, so I want to go to that after his appointment. So I have to get moving. So our piece is drying. I used a bat to cover the magnet, and it's perfect because it actually makes his body like rounded a little bit. So once that's dried and everything's in place, I can show you that, but I don't want to touch it or try to take the magnets apart right now and have it. Once I lift that open, I still have to cover the magnet that's on this piece, but I'll probably just use like a piece of washi, or I have this really cool tape that I'll probably use a little piece just to cover it. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. I could even just put some, words on there maybe. I don't know. So right now I have this tag base and I have this background. Now this is one of the backgrounds that I had printed 2 to a page that I did right because it's not double-sided. Which it's been nice to have actually the mistake and these, because it's given me like more to work with. So what I'm going to do is just glue this background to this tag base. Then we'll have a neutral that I can just stencil or whatever for the back. But I have this guy and he's like telling a story, so there was this guy and I had to take care of business. I had to do what I had to do because he's leaning on a shovel. So he's got to be a tag in here. I'm going to just kind of gently fussy tear around him. This is, I think this is out of the encyclopedia too, based on the way this feels. I had taken some encyclopedias apart. I still have some in the attic that I haven't taken apart, but I'm trying to use some of these little bits and pieces that I have laying around, and he was in the Halloween bin, but I think he's great for Creep on June because, you know, he's got a story to tell as he's leaning on his shovel. So I'm just going to tear around him, trying not to damage him too much. I did think about just trying to just cut around him, but I'm afraid I'm going to mess him up. I'm like, I can't believe this is like one of those hoard pieces that I'm allowing myself to use. And I'm really hoping I don't mess it up because obviously I can't duplicate him. He's out of a book. So I can't just go copy him or anything. That would be not good. But anyway, so I'm just going to tear around him here. And I just love that he has a story to tell. I'm not sure who he has used the shovel for, but maybe that'll be part of the story as it unfolds. I'm not sure. I'm just playing. I've got things to do, and Mark's gone for an appointment, and like I said, we're gonna go when he gets back. And he was like trying to guilt me. He's like, "You're not gonna go with me to my appointment?" And I was like, "No, I just come back and pick me up when you're done." And he goes, "Well, what if he's having a test done?" And I'm like, "They're not going to give you the answer today anyway." Which, by the way, send him good vibes for positive outcome. It needs to be good news. So anyway, it's nothing severe. It's just a hereditary thing he's trying to figure out. But anyway. Okay, so he will fit on the tag just barely. So I'm going to have to take a little bit more off the elbow here. But I don't want any of it to be like, oh yeah. And maybe I do come in and cut some of this out so we can see like the red behind him. I don't know yet. But I think I probably should. And then what I think I'm going to do is maybe use some of that texture. That was a needle. Use some of the texture paste like at the bottom here, and we can like grunge it up, maybe add some dirt looking stuff to it. I could go outside and just get some dirt. Do I have any dirt accessible? Well, of course I have my raised garden bed. So maybe I'll do that and just put some glue on here and go dip it in dirt. We'll see. I don't know. But now I'm not really liking all these mountains or whatever, but that's his hole he's dug. Oops. As you can see, I did cut him out. And I took some Lost Shadow embossing glaze to the handle of the shovel and some antique linen embossing glaze to his body. And I think I need to heat him again. I just felt grit. I'm going to heat him one more time. By the way, do not lay something on your microfiber towels and heat it. They melt. I did not know that. Well, now I do. Luckily, I didn't do any damage to anything, but I was just like trying, because he's so floppy, and did I have the sense of mind to heat emboss him before I cut him out? No, I didn't. Yeah, I had missed some on his pelvis that was still unmelted. So he's going to go on here like so. I feel like I need to cut a little bit more off his hand there, but I don't want to get into his fingers, and it's getting into like, it's getting delicate because I've done what I've done to it. Now, I like him. I didn't like this dark white background that he had, but now we need something behind him. I do have a little bit of this sheet music. We could put him on some music, but that seems a little busy. Of course, we just have, you know, to invite sleep. That's kind of funny with him on there. Oh, yeah, I think so. He's inviting sleep with his shovel. But anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to add some more interest to this page or this piece, excuse me. And then he'll go on here like that. Oh yeah, I like it. And then we will put something on here. I feel like we need just a little bit more with this on here. And I do have the sheet music lying here. I may use that, but see, we've got that. What about just a little piece of craft stock back there? Don't need a lot. We're just adding a little bit of interest, that's all. Because I don't want to completely cover this background either, because I love this background. That's kind of a harsh edge. This is that super brittle book page that we used to make this is what was left over from that lace pocket we made the other day with the envelope, the black and white envelope with the leaves. I don't remember what day that was. Okay, so he's gonna go there. Yep, I like it. And then do I want to emboss that piece? I have some that's already embossed. Oh, where's that scrap? What? Ooh, and that's got a little gold on it. Can we do it? Can we get enough off of it? Let's try. I've got my envelope bit there stuck to it too, where I cut around the flap. Okay, so just a little bit of that on there, even just down here. Yeah, and then we see that red. I like it. He's going on here, and then we will add a little bit of texture paste to the bottom of it. So let's do it. And I like the gold splatter on there. Or it's not splatter. It is when I was showing you the different ways to use the packing paper, I think, and I just ran my ink across it. I'm pretty sure that's what that's from. I think that's what that's from anyway. And so I don't know if you saw what I did. I just squeezed a little bit of glue and held it in place so that my overall piece wouldn't move. And now I know, like, that's where I want that piece. And then this other, I'll kind of just, that's gonna be a really crazy textured piece because of how it is. And I know I just want that on the edge like that, but then this piece stayed in place and, you know, didn't get all moved around and stuff. I'm probably not saying that well. A lot of people glue from the top down, and it just depends on the piece for me. Like if I lay something out and I like it, I try to take a picture of it if I can remember to do that. Let's be real, I usually forget. And then the other thing is I'll just pick up little bits and pieces and just add a little bit of glue here and there just to kind of hold it how I want it. And then it's fine, it works. So I'm wondering, do I want to splatter something on that book page or add a little bit of interest to this book page? I think I do, because I don't want to put anything on top of him. We'll have something through the hole up there. I just stuck my scissors through it and kind of wallered that hole out. I didn't use a hole punch or anything. I stuck my knife in it first to cut it and then use my scissors. So that's glued down. We have the tip of his shoulder shovel. I didn't add any dirt to that yet. I will, I just haven't yet. So I want to determine if I'm going to splatter on this. Now, if I splatter on this, it's probably going to go and suck in. So let's see what we can use. Oh my gosh, I love him so much. I haven't splattered him yet. I decided I wanted to go ahead and put a little bit of this on the bottom so it can be like drying. Doesn't have to be super thick, and I didn't mean to get it all over his little tootsies, but that's okay. The tootsies have been sacrificed. He's standing in the dirt. We just have to figure out who it is that he's put in the dirt. Who did he do? Who did he invite sleep for? Yeah, I don't know. Excuse me, that came out of nowhere. It's kind of gloomy out again today. I mowed at the barn yesterday. Oh my gosh, there are so many bats in the barn, like way more than we had seen last year. It's like, oh goodness. So that is definitely something we have to get figured out. This is what I did the other day with the palette knife. I just put it down and pick it up and put it down and pick it up. And it just adds a little bit more texture to this. I didn't obviously put it through a stencil, which is fine. And now this is going to be a really big, thick piece. So it's probably going to end up being a tuck spot versus going into a pocket with this on the bottom of it. So that's going to have to dry. I have to wash that. I'm going to just cover his little face with paper. I'm going to basically cover the parts that I don't want to have like a lot of splatter, or I don't even care if his body gets it. Like maybe he's just cleaned his face off after his dealings and maybe there's, some more mess that needs to be cleaned up. I don't know. So I'm just going to splatter and try not to get it on my shirt. No, I'm not wearing an apron again. Just adding some, I'll tell you what color this is in just a moment. One more, try to, oh yeah, nice big drop right there. Ooh, I should pick it up and let it run like it's dripping down the page. Oh. This one is Yuletide, and this one is Empty Tomb. And then once that texture paste is, ooh, I could sprinkle some on now, and then as it dries, I can heat it later. Maybe that's what I'll do. Oh my gosh, I love that. Stuck my finger right in that. I don't want to waste it. What do I want to pick that up with? I'm fussing. I know. I know. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, there's some more. Messy, just messy. And that will never wash out. I'm wearing a very light heather gray t-shirt. Should not be splattering red in it. It's okay. Sprinkling. We want some dirt, right? And then, yeah. Then we'll just have to heat it later, because I don't want to, I want to let that dry as it is. So that probably won't be in this video then, unless I can get it to, ooh, fired brick would be a good color. That's what I used on those grungy flowers. Oh, what a mess. Oh, I'm glad I just looked at my finger. I have red ink on it. Red mica. Mark's gonna be like, what did you do to yourself? Nothing. I did nothing. Okay, better go wash that off. I heated him a little bit. I need to let him air dry. This texture paste I made does some weird things when I heat it, but I love him. He's so much fun. Oh, hi. He's so much fun. He just needs something through here. And I have to figure out what that is. I don't think that's gonna be big enough. It's not quite big enough, because I was gonna just tie that up there. Ooh, and maybe I can just wrap some embroidery floss around that and tie it maybe. So that's a possibility. And then this is this piece. This is our official make for today. So it has the bat on it. I did heat glaze it with some walnut stain. Oh, we have to cover the magnet. That's what we need to do. And I think I will just tear. No, I don't want to tear it. What do I want to do with it? Could just do a little piece of that across there. I don't want to cover that beautiful image. Ooh, I know. Hang on. Okay, I just took my 3/4 inch hole punch and punched it out of one of the tags. And I was careful to just do it in the corner, so that leaves a lot of options with that remnant of that tag. And so this just closes up so nice. And then opens up. We have our word, he's not smiling. Super fun little piece. And we have him, which I will finish up off camera. And yeah, so thank you so much for, oh, words, Jody. But anyway, thank you guys for being here and for your continued support. It has just been wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I cannot believe we're on 14, so tomorrow is going to be halfway through the month. Cannot believe it. All right, so today is day 14. I need to check off day 13. We did that. So today's 14. We need 2 words. No. Do I have this right? So 1, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, 2 words. 2 words. Okay, so today's 2 words are crypt and raven. Crypt and raven. All right, well, thank you so much for being here. Keep those wonderful, kind comments coming my direction. I really appreciate them. I had fun with today's make. I really enjoyed it, but you guys know I get a little giddy over my skeletons. So I don't know why. I just love them so much. Not necessarily skulls, but skeletons. Okay, so I will see you guys in day 15. Bye.